My name is Eric Bland. I'm the owner of CrossFit DGA here in Dublin, Georgia. We've been an affiliate for the last 12 years, consecutively for 12 years. And before I tell you about CrossFit DGA, it's kind of hard to tell you about who we are and what we are without telling you a little bit about my family. So this past year, my mom and dad, they celebrated their 49th wedding anniversary. I also have a sister who's happily married and has been married for 20 plus years as well. And I think that in and of itself really tells a lot about who I am and who my family is and what it is that we've tried to do at CrossFit DGA here in Dublin, Georgia. CrossFit DGA is more about community than it is about actually exercise. And that's fundamentally one of the things that I'm most proud of. Yes, we've been an affiliate for 12 years. Yes, we've helped people transform their lives and help people find the best version of themselves. But what we've really been able to do is take those people and introduce them to other people within that. And that has been the most fulfilling thing that any gym owner or anyone that has ever tried to start a community or attempted to pursue their best self is really finding other people to introduce them to so that they can all do that together.
So my name is Natalie Bland, and I am Eric's wife, and I think it would be really cool to take a trip down memory lane and do some reminiscing. What do you think? Yeah. So Eric and I met by way of a good friend. I had just started doing CrossFit where I lived in Noonan, Georgia, and I'll never forget, we were driving back through Lawrence County, and we were passing Rick's Barbecue. And I remember her saying, she's like, you know what, you just started doing CrossFit. I need to introduce you to this guy named Eric who just started a CrossFit gym here in Dublin. And of course I was like, okay, well, let me see his picture. And so she shows me his picture and I'm like, oh yeah, totally. Yeah, give him my number. All right, we won't talk about how long it took him for him to actually call me, but you did. And we met in Macon. We went and had sushi, Shogun.
Yep.
And 4 months later, we were engaged. You know, I don't say that happens in most relationships, but when you're a little older, sometimes it does. And so I guess through that process, he proposes, we're engaged. 4 months later, we get married. At this point in time, he had officially become an affiliate because he started out with a gym, Plain Fitness, I think was the name, and then became CrossFit DGA. So that a lot happened. And by the way, he was also working 3 jobs, I think, at the time when we first started dating. Yeah, he would do 1 barbecue restaurant, go work at the gym, the other barbecue restaurant on Saturdays usually, I think. And so anyway, it was a lot. And so we get married. And I, by the way, am in corporate America, still am. I was then and I am now. And I was in a leadership role, stepped out of that right after we had gotten married. But man, what a journey, right? So all of that transpires within a year's time. You become DGA, we get engaged, get married, and then right at our 1-year anniversary, well, a month before our 1-year anniversary, we're terrible with dates, by the way, we find out we're expecting our first child, Brady. So November of 2014, yeah, we have our first child. And then, so yeah, I mean, and then of course Palmer comes along 3.5 years after that. So we've been able to accomplish a lot in 12 years. It hasn't always been easy. I will say one of the things that I feel like has made our relationship what it is now is obviously we're anchored in our faith, which is vitally important. And we've learned a lot about each other along these ways. A lot of insecurities have come through. We've closed some gaps on some of those, and I'm thankful for our journey. So thank you.